Hello and welcome. This is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan, wearing his vegan cult uniform because it's Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time, and this is the time we get together and discuss any and all things vegan. So if you're vegan, vegetarian, vegan curious, just want to learn more about eating plants, learn more about what it's like to live a life without having animal products and why I do it and why we do it, you've found a good place. So just come and just hang with us and be cool, be chill, and you'll get along just fine. So yeah, you don't have to be vegan to watch my live stream. So anyway, if you like what you're seeing here, come. We have a really great group of people that have been joining me on these Friday evenings. For most people, some people it's Saturday morning, but yeah, we get together and at this time, whatever time it is right now, write it down, set a bookmark or an alarm, whatever it is, and just come and enjoy, because this is what I do every Friday night. Basically, I've been doing it like this for many years now. So yeah. If you're not vegan, again, you're welcome to watch. Just hang and, just ask questions. I promise we're not going to attack you for not being vegan. If you're also not vegan and you don't give a shit about veganism, you think I'm a complete asshole because I eat plants. First of all, I think if you fit that description, you're a complete bigot. But if you want to try to ask a question in an attempt to debunk veganism, give it a shot. Just try not to be an asshole and we can probably get along. So anyway, what else was I going to say? I think I covered all the bases there. And also, anyone who's watching after the fact, if you're not watching live, that's totally cool too. You just don't get the real-time interaction part, but it's still fun to watch, I hope, So, but I guess it's a little funner if you can come with us live. So, yeah, I'm trying to set up a situation or schedule in my life now. I use that word schedule loosely, where on some weeks now, I'm going to try to do a midweek live stream, like Tuesdays or something like that. Mondays or Wednesdays, possibly, more like Tuesdays, right in the middle of the week, and try to do it earlier in the day for people who can't watch these Friday live streams. I know people in like Europe, United Kingdom, I come on way too late. I know some of you guys are up, but you've been partying all night or you have insomnia, but I want to be able to have you watch me without, any of those issues. So anyway, all right, I guess that is it. And cool, I see I have my moderators, Peter and Uncle here. Yes, I just saw Mike the Vegan respond to Gaz Oakley, no longer vegan. I think he's the same title as I did too, Gaz Oakley, no longer vegan. And I saw Mike did clip a little part out of my video, the part where I had that awesome suggestion for Gaz. Like he was, the way he found to get rid of the moral and ethical problems about leather, you have to kill animals and all that, and use all the chemicals. The way around that is to buy the leather secondhand. So yeah, Mike really thought my idea was awesome to for the supplements that Gaz didn't want to get. Remember, Gaz is afraid to buy B12 supplements because he's afraid that these B12 factories stand on what was once recent forest land, like you build factories out in the forest. Anyway, yeah, the way to get around that, secondhand. So yeah, maybe Mike and I will start a business where we buy B12 supplements and sell them to thrift stores so people can buy their B12 secondhand, because apparently, I didn't know, it's a big thing for some people to buy your stuff secondhand like that. So then he gave a shout out to Peter too for the comment about how Gaz made his money off from his vegan stuff, his channel, his books, his Instagram, and all that stuff, and bought himself a nice little house now out in the countryside of Wales, where he now can no longer be vegan. So that's a nice touch, nice class act there, if that's how it worked out indeed. So anyway, big shout out to Mike. Thanks for the clip there and the shout out. And it felt like olden days when I remember back when we started our YouTube channel, like in 2013, 14, we'd show clips of other fellow vegan YouTubers and stuff like that. So it was really cool, really old school, and I appreciate that. And yeah, Mike's totally awesome. And I can say he's not going to be one of those people that's doing it. He's not doing vegan because it's trendy, trying to buy a house in Wales or whatever. And, he's not, I'm not going to make a video why Mike the Vegan is no longer vegan, because he's into it for all the right reasons. My voice is getting better. I don't know what's been up with it. I just had like some, maybe it's allergies this time of year or something like that. Just kind of like a maybe post nasal drip or something like that. So I'm veganism debunked. I'm reacting somehow to something in the air. So Anyway, I also want to put out a challenge to Gaz. Gaz, if you're watching, if you could find me a B12 supplement factory that stands on land that was very recently a forest or whatever he said it was, let me know and I'll write a check to you for $50. Okay, I want to find a recently deforested plot of land that now stands a B12 factory, because I'm calling complete bullshit. I don't think anything like that exists in the world. But anyway, let's see. Navia, Gaz used vegans. That's what it sure sounds like. He got to where he is, bought his little house now and everything. People are telling me too he's married now and his wife's not vegan. So I guess, there's family pressure, or your most significant other pressure as well there too. So I guess there's a lot of reasons why he's no longer vegan. But yeah, I can't imagine why you go from one. I don't want to speculate. I already talked enough about that. Yeah, late model, you're still on your vacation. What the hell? You're still in Fairfax? Like, I thought you were going to be back by... I remember you said your plans changed and you extended your trip. So you're going back like Sunday or something like that. But yeah, it sounds like an exhausting vacation. You're probably going to kiss the ground in Oregon when you get back, right? No, we're still not talking about VLAM. We're still not talking about Gaz, but we were talking about him just because like an hour or two ago, Mike the Vegan just dropped his response video, and he took out a little clip of me making my suggestion to Gaz of how he could buy his B12 supplements secondhand, because that makes it totally cool. Like, there's no ethical problems, no moral problems anymore if you buy your stuff secondhand. So anyway, that was I might clip that out. So I wanted to give him a shout out for that. Yeah, Carl, the Amazon rainforest is collapsing because all the B12 factories. They clear cut the jungle and they set up B12 factories. That was an interesting stat from Mike. I didn't realize that the majority of B12 produced on this planet goes to non-humans. It goes to animals. So yeah, so much for it being a vegan thing. It's not even a human thing. It's an animal thing. Yeah, Roberto, business. Yeah, I agree with you. I'm an ethical vegan, but I do appreciate the health bonus for sure. But that's not why I'm doing it. But yeah, I do like the fact that I'm at lower risk of so many bad things happening to me. Carmichael, do I have a dream car that I've always wanted? No, not really. Let me think. If I could have any car right now, I don't know. Maybe a Rivian, but I don't like SUVs, but maybe they look kind of cool. That Slate truck, did you guys see that? Some electric car startup. It's based here, like in Long Beach, like not too far from here. That looks pretty cool to me, like start at like $25,000 or something like that. It looks pretty cool too. I don't know. I don't really have a dream car. I'm cool with mine right now. It's serving me well. And I like how mine's a plug-in hybrid, because the electric the charging infrastructure for your car to plug in, it really hasn't changed much in like the 7 odd years I've had my plug-in hybrid. I thought by the time I got to around this point in time, you could plug in everywhere. It's gotten worse. I've seen electric recharging stations like removed from a bunch of places that I personally have been going to lately. So anyway, I'm glad I have the option to plug in at home, and and then use petroleum when I must on longer trips. Let's see, VLAM, you feel like people who are into sustainability tend to reject veganism. Wild We Roam is another channel I can think of where I made a video a couple years ago. They're kind of doing the same thing. They were once vegan, they move out into the wild, and we can't be vegan anymore because we want to get everything just from a square radius from us. We are forced to eat animals from our neighbors and stuff like that. And my husband, former vegan, is going to go hunting, because that's what you have to do. Weird trip to go, now you're against animal cruelty and exploitation. I have to hunt now in order to live. It's like, how do you flip that switch? I just don't get it. Carmichael, how do I feel about Waymos? I'm kind of indifferent towards Waymos. I feel more comfortable seeing a Waymo on the road than like if I were to see some Tesla robo taxi thing, which I don't think they're really out there yet. Waymos at least have like LiDAR, you know, like really expensive vision system. So at least they're a little better for that. But you can't really buy a Waymo though, right? It's just like a souped up it's like a fancy car that they transformed. I forgot. Oh yeah, you like for a weekend car, 69 Mercedes Pagoda convertible. Nice, yeah. I'm over vintage cars. I had my two 80s diesel Mercedes, 80 an 81 and an 82, and I'm over them now. They're cool. They serve me well, but I like having a car that I don't have to worry about constantly overheating when going up a hill or on a warm day. I just kind of like having a few modern things in my car. So when I got those cars too, I really thought I was going to be able to find biodiesel easily. And that's one of those things. It was kind of making a run. It was like getting popular. Then it went away. Just like the electric plugins. Hey, thanks for the super chat tip there. Chain all. What the heck? Are you some kind of racist dude? Is that a racist guy? Let me know if I'm reading his name wrong, or am I being dyslexic right now? Is that guy that just left a super chat tip? Did you guys even see it? I don't know. Oh, he likes Teslas more than Waymos, so yeah, he's probably a racist, and I'm just kind of inferring from his name. Anyway, let's see. Hey, vegan engineer. Hey, awesome vegans in the world. I'm in the UK and you should be asleep. That's why I said I'm going to try to do some midweek streams where I come on earlier for people in the UK and Europe who are not having insomnia or like partying all night or whatever reason why you're up tonight, because I know this time is not ideal for you guys. So I will do more. Yeah, you saw them last week too, that racist dude. Okay, I don't see him in the chat here. I think he made his super chat tip on Streamlabs, so I'll have to block him on there. But if he wants to keep giving me $1 at a time before I block him, totally cool, you know.
Pay you $1 to troll you?
I think so.
That's weird.
Yeah, maybe I'll just go there right now to good old Streamlabs. Let's see if I can get there really quickly.
Thanks for the tip.
Oh, he's back again. Well, your username sure sounds like it, bro. Want to give me a reasonable story about your username, explaining what it means? All right, 1 second here. Getting into my Streamlabs right now. That's where the super chat tips come from. Yeah, comment guy, because I'm heading to like where I would be able to do this. Let's see. I haven't looked for this part of the thing here. Let's see. Recent events. Oh, come on. I don't want to rate Streamlabs right now. Okay, there he is. Let me see what I can do. Oh, crap. Too much for me to do right now. I need an admin in there right now. All right, I'm going to do it after the live stream. So if you want to super chat tip all night, go for it, because you're probably not going to be able to get through after tonight. Hey, Johnny Bravo. Someone I'm definitely not going to block for being racist or anything. Thanks for the super chat. How's it going, Ryan? Went to see the surgeon. Oh, I forgot. You totally tweaked your ankle last week in the driveway, right? You have to get surgery or you'll get arthritis in your ankle, even if the bone heals properly. Oh, man. So that means you're going to be out for a while, huh? Like how long until you're up and you know, okay again? Because yeah, you won't be able to work much, huh? Like military and everything. That sounds like it's going to be tough. What's that vegan engineer Gaz as a W? A wanker, maybe? I'm just kind of going on the UK. But I'm filling in the next word, predicting like an AI or something like that. What the next word would be. I'm the coolest. Wow. I'm not cool sometimes. Well, yeah, no, rare. I'm not always cool. I think compared to your average person, I'm on the cooler side rather than the less chill. I mean, I'm more chill than not chill. But yeah, I'm a human. I have feelings and emotions, so I do get upset sometimes, like a healthy individual ought to. But I don't think I do it like more than I should. Just like the appropriate amounts and times to get pissed off at stuff. Yes, Peter, I saw Mike the Vegan's video. Like I said, he gave you a shout out too, Peter. So that's cool. We all won there. Like Mike shouted us both out. What about artichoke hearts? What? I'm not sure. Like, what about them? Do I eat them? Am I cool? Like, I'm not sure if I understand or rare. What about artichoke hearts? I can't remember the last time I had one, but I do want to go eat at a restaurant that has artichokes. Let me find the thing I want to eat there. Okay, there's something there. A dish that does have some artichoke hearts. But what about artichoke hearts? Do you have something you want to tell me about artichoke hearts? I mean, what about, like, do I like them? I haven't really eaten much in the way of artichokes recently. So I'm excited to have some artichokes at a local Italian restaurant. Artichoke hearts part of a dish, I think a cauliflower dish that comes on the side in addition to the pizza when I get there. Yeah, but yeah, what are you on about, Vixie Pixie? Because we're all Oh, any suggestions? Yeah, I guess have not had any or many in a long time. So yeah, you're asking the wrong person. But if someone else in the chat wants to give you tips on artichoke hearts, how to eat them and stuff, totally cool. But remember, I'm not that cool though, right? Hey, Carmichael, thanks for the super chat. Do I eat corn on the cob raw? I should try it. Strange that you asked that. No, I've never eaten my corn on the cob raw, and I saw firsthand that it seemed to be edible. I didn't try it, but I remember when I was at Woodstock Fruit Festival in like 2013, I remember they did pass out raw corn on the cobs. Just people were eating it. I'm going, I'll just eat mine cooked later. Yeah, it apparently is edible, but I'm not a person to review it. Fu Man Poo. Marshall or Hiwatt? Does Hiwatt even make current amps? I know they were really popular like in the 70s and stuff like that. Yeah, Marshall obviously is still going on. I thought you bought a Marshall amp, Fu Man Poo. Am I wrong, or did you buy a Mesa Boogie? I remember you bought some really loud amps. So you want to get another really loud amp? I think you're covered in the super loud amp department. I would suggest, as I did last time, get a low watt amp. So yeah, if you want to crank up your stacked amp, party on, blast it off to 110 decibels and make your house lift off the ground. Totally fine and cool if your neighbors are down with that. But sometimes you just want to play and not cause like such a commotion in your house or amongst your neighbors. And a nice little 1 watt amp or lower will do you wonders for that. In fact, a lot of them you can just plug in with headphones and not make a sound if you don't want to, other than the raw acoustic sound of your electric guitar. But yeah, Marshall, Hiwatt. Yeah, take your pick there. Hiwatts I know are really good for being, you can crank them up very loudly and they don't distort as much as like say a Marshall does. What makes a Marshall so good, it starts overdriving at a lower volume. It still has to be pretty loud, but Hiwatts are known for what they call in the business, in the guitar amp world, a loud, clean sound. So I don't know if you want that, because if you want some overdrive fun, you're going to have some eardrum blowing decibel levels to make a Hiwatt really sing. But yeah, if you just want a loud, clean sound, that's totally valid too. Still way overkill for your needs, I think. Okay, you're looking at a used Hiwatt and you have a Mesa Boogie. I think you're totally covered in the loud amp department. I mean, Mesa Boogie does make some lower, like some smaller, like 112-inch or just heads, that are lower wattage, like maybe like under 15 watts, but I bet you didn't get one of those, right? Even 15 watts is really loud because, yeah, my last amp, Princeton reverb was about that. I never could turn the volume up more than like 10% of the way up on the volume pot, you know, because it'd be insane. Yeah, rest in peace your hearing for sure. You gotta watch out. We're older, man. You gotta protect your hearing. You know, my ears are get rattled, you know, if I'm playing too loud. That's why I don't rock it too loudly here. Wow, okay. So Johnny, the you have to wait about 9 months to a full year for your after your surgery to feel as if nothing happened. Well, that's good and bad. It's good that you'll be able to get to a point where it feels like nothing happened, like you've healed and everything's cool.
Tip.
Bad news, yeah, it's going to take a decent amount of time, but yeah, sounds like if you got to get it done, go for it. Hey, oversized bolt. You have an oversized bolt. What are we going to do with your oversized bolt? You have any plans for it? Oh, late model. It's been very warm there and no AC. Let me see what the weather's like up there right now. I think I have in my weather app a bookmark for that neck of the world. Ooh, I'm looking at where I want to live right now. I'm not gonna say it. Only late model knows where it's at, and yeah, it's warm, man. It's warm there. It's over 80 right now at this hour. Damn. So there's a heat wave going on up there. Damn. Oh, I see. Where you're at, near where you're at, San Rafael, in Marin County, 73. So Fairfax probably a little bit warmer. That's pretty warm for 6:20 in the evening in May. So yeah, I guess there's a little heat wave going on. Yeah, down here, you'd love it. The sun barely came out. You know, it was my second time now going to my new gym. I got back home after 2 p.m. this afternoon. Still just totally cloudy. The sun just kind of came out a couple of hours ago. So we're having our great May gray, which you would totally love, late model. Fairfax is 80 right now. Holy moly. Damn. AJ Vintage, 84 today, 78 now. No, man, we're having great weather here. Like tomorrow, guys, tomorrow, the high temperature here will be 70. 73 on Sunday. It's nice. This is one of my favorite times of the year. I love the May gray. Yeah, a lot of people get bummed when the sun's not out all the time. It's out all the time in the summer. I appreciate the overcast months. Hope it lasts for a while. Hope it lasts into July and we get a little bit of July gloom. We had the May gray, June gloom going on, so hopefully we'll have a little July gloom. I was saying May gray, my bad. It's June gloom now. They kind of blend one into another. Yeah, May gray turns into June gloom here in Southern California. Late model, I know the spot I want to move to can get very hot. I am aware of that, and I'm just going to have to deal with that. But not always. I was watching the weather patterns all last summer. Yeah, some days will be 90, next day it'll be like 73 and 80 the next day. It just kind of goes all over the place, so I'm kind of prepared for that. But I notice one thing is common. No matter if it's 90 in the day or 70 in the day, it always the overnight lows drop into the 50s, you know. So that's nice to know. So if, you know, sit in the house all day, do your work on music or whatever, and then at nighttime or in the late afternoon, start strolling out. You know, go walk into the downtown or whatever later on. Yeah, I know it's more away from the ocean breezes than Marin County is. I'm totally aware of that. But yeah, air conditioning will really help out. So if I can ever move up there and the place doesn't have air conditioning, I will put some in immediately. Wow, Ben cools down to the 30s at night. Damn. Let's see, Carmichael, how the F is it going to be significantly cooler in California than it will be in Rhode Island? Well, California's different. Like where late model's at right now, you know, it was 80 today, you know, or 80 right now. Where I'm at, it's like, you know, what is it at this moment? At this live moment, it is 68 degrees. So it depends where you're at in Southern California, you know, or California. It sounds like they're having a heat wave in Northern Cal, and we're getting some nice, cool overcast in SoCal right now, which I love. Let's see. I bet we can't beat Mendo. Low of 53, high of 58. Dreamy. That does sound nice. Maybe a little on the cool side, but I'll take that. Chill Chili Shallow wants to know what my favorite egg substitute is. There anything for ex-egg lovers? Depends what you like. I don't eat fake egg stuff too much, but I do appreciate them. Like for instance, I guess the one I've eaten more than any other is Just Egg, but the price has gone up. It used to be really cheap. It came out as like $10, then it dropped down to like $5 or $6. Then that dumb company spent all their time, money, and resources trying to develop lab-grown meat. I think they backed out of that. But ever since then, the price of Just Eggs back up to usually $9 or $10. So I don't get it that often. But that's pretty good if you want scrambled egg. A few times I got the Yo egg. If you've seen that, it looks like an egg easy over. That's cool. Or you could try to make something out of mung beans. But yeah, if Just Egg were a little less pricey, I would probably try to eat it maybe like once a week or so. But instead, we'll just opt for like a tofu scramble. Well, even Toronto had a heat wave today, Vixie Pixie. Wow, I didn't know the whole country is like super hot right now. Huh. Fu Man Poo, it's hotter than Satan's balls in South Florida already. Hurricane season again. Wow, just like that. That's sad to hear. See on you that you just found out Gaz Oakley's no longer vegan, and it sounds like he may have bought his books, and that sucks. If all these vegans gave people like this money, support through the books and live stream tips or whatever, these guys took your money and then they ran. He bought his house in Wales out in the countryside with your vegan money. And now he's enjoying a life eating meat and hunting deer, based on the money that you vegans give. So that really sucks, So don't give us any money. No, be careful. A lot of people got into it for trendy reasons. I've been doing this since 2013. Been vegan since 2010. I didn't do this to become big and famous. I'm not trying to get 1 million followers. He has like 2 million almost. All these deals and everything. It's like, no, I'm just doing this because it's something I'm passionate about. I'm really at heart, by profession, a music producer, a media content creator, secondly. So I don't need this to do my thing or anything like that. So I'm not trying to I'm not following trends. I don't care if my videos, don't have the same amount of views now that they did then compared to say 6, 7, 8 years ago and stuff. I mean, it's cool to get more views and get paid a little bit more, but that's not why I did it. It just helps keep everything flowing. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is I feel bad for you guys who got taken in by these people who are doing it for themselves. They're not doing it because they're truly against animal cruelty and exploitation and want more people to join in and become part of this movement where we don't live lives where we need animals to be killed for us to continue living. Some people are doing it for themselves, to enrich themselves, and it sucks. Hindsight. Wow, listen to some of my old stuff from 1998. You played on. Oh, let's see. They played City Moon and Alicia. Recorded a video on your iPhone. Where were you? Okay, let me see. This is good. You discreetly. Let's see. Let me read your story. Oh, okay. Random story from last weekend. You're at Erewhon in Santa Monica getting vegan ice cream. Super hip spot. And the guy working there put music on, and everyone in line started subtly bopping their heads. So you Shazammed it. This place is so hip, you don't want to look uncool, and it turned out to be, Love Spirals. Yeah, from the Love Spirals Downwards 1998 album Flux. Could have been from the remastered reissue that we put out in 2023, I believe. But either way, cool, awesome. I'm glad they're playing my stuff. City Moon is been doing really well as of the past few years. Our biggest stream song. But it's not all from the past. That's just our number one stream song. If you look at the top 10 most streamed songs on Spotify for my band, only 3 or 4 are from the old times. I think at least half, if not the majority, are from the past 3 years. So it's cool. We're hitting the historic era stuff's getting popular. The current stuff's popular. So that's cool. So what's that, Sion? You always got fake vibes from Gaz. He was just doing it too much. It just felt inauthentic. Gaz was on plant-based news talking about not losing track of what veganism is. Well, sounds like he lost track and he feels it's totally cool to go out and shoot deer because he thinks there's too many deer in his local area. That's totally the definition of losing track. We didn't sign your book, Navya? Well, we always put something on it. Usually Angie will put something on it. I'm sorry. I really apologize about that. But, I'm a forever vegan. That's what matters more, right? When you weigh it all out or really add it all up, that's what matters more. That I'm vegan. I really am vegan. Yeah. Vegan Wesker, good for you. 10 years. I've been vegan since 2010. So this year will be 16 years. Haha, strict vegan, right? You're talking about how Gaz was talking about how he was a strict vegan. It's funny when people say I was a strict vegan, huh? But right, how to become a strict vegan? Ask Carmichael. I know. It's funny people say a strict vegan. I say, what do you mean by strict vegan? It's something you hear like from people that don't know shit about veganism. Like when you read an article like, yeah, this guy was a strict vegan for 5 years before he quit. Like strict vegan, no, you're either vegan or you're not. Like there's not like strict vegans and like, vegans. You're either vegan or you're not. Like I said in my video about Chaz, it's simple. You're either vegan or you're not. And if you're not, you could be a bunch of other things. You could be a vegetarian, a flexitarian, a pescatarian, whatever, so many things you can be. But vegan is one very specific thing. You're either that or not. You're not strictly a vegan or loosely a vegan. You just are a vegan, or you're not a vegan. But there's no way to become a strict vegan, Carmichael. Like I said, it's impossible. If someone says they're a strict vegan, they don't know what veganism means. If someone says, that guy was a strict vegan, that person uttering the sentence doesn't know what veganism means. I heard that. Yeah, Gaz didn't want to take a vaccine because he was told they're tested on animals. Well, if he just went to the Vegan Society's definition of veganism, these guys, it says if you just scroll down like another just a paragraph or so, it says, don't be stupid, don't die. Like if you need a medication, then take it. We realize that, it can't be perfect in an imperfect world. So yeah, if you need medication, take it. I mean, what a hypocrite. I'm sure if he had to go to the hospital and, for something, that got a car accident, God forbid, or whatever, got hit by a falling tree in Wales or whatever, got bit by a wild deer in Wales, I'm sure if they gave him medication, he would take it, and that medication was tested. There's nothing special about like a COVID vaccine that makes it even more tested on animals than any other medication. You either go through, like here in the United States, FDA testing, or you don't. They don't like give you more animal testing for certain drugs as far as I know. But thank you, AJ, for the weekly cult dues. Your cult leader appreciates it. I have my cult robe on today. It's not robe, cult t-shirt. So yeah, thank you so much, AJ. And now we're gonna try to go out and enjoy it sometime. Now that summer is here, we are blocked out of our annual passes, where we go to our local theme park. Can't go there all summer. So we're gonna just do more local things. I found yet another vegan place I can go to, guys. We're blessed by all these vegan places. Like I told you, I got the vegan Italian restaurant. I got the non-vegan Italian restaurant, which has a lot of vegan options. There's a vegan Philippine pastry store. And also on our local area, there's another pizza restaurant where it's not fully vegan, but they have a vegan pizza there. And there's a fully vegan, like in the morning, it's a place called Wild Chive. They have like it's a vegan coffee shop with really good food in the morning, 8 to 3. And from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m., it switches over to like this fusion of a different restaurant with a different name that has like, it's all vegan. It's a combo of like Indian and American food specialties. The chef's like from Gibraltar. He moved here and liked all like local Mexican foods and stuff like that, and combine it with his native Indian food. So we have all these vegan places to go. We have morning places for coffee, and afternoon, evening places for lunch, dinner. So we're gonna have a fun summer, I think, just keeping it locally here, going to all these pretty much all vegan places with a few places that have good vegan options, all by foot. No. Talk about being local and
for the tip.
Environmental, just walking on our feet, to a vegan coffee or a vegan vegan restaurant. Hey, thanks so much, Lady Model, for our vegan robes here. Yeah, you can't see below. For all you know, I'm wearing a vegan robe right now, like a cult leader, right? Imagine me like I have like a cult, like a scary person with a black robe on. That's what I got right now. This is a vegan robe. So yeah, just imagine that in your fantasies right now. That is not a t-shirt. Yeah, they got mochas, lattes, all that stuff. Well, that's cool. Vegan Zombie went to some amazing vegan restaurants in New York City. Yeah, much closer for him to go there than me. He did a great video on that. Awesome. Yeah. Fortunately for me, I can walk to all these places. This is like cool. It's like people say, oh, the vegan scene's dead now. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's not as popular or trendy as it was like before 2021 or whatever, but Long Beach didn't get the memo. There's so many great vegan restaurants here, vegan coffee places, and restaurants with great vegan options. So I'm quite excited. I think, guys, to be honest, I think there's more vegan restaurants we can go to here now than before. Seriously, before, meaning like, before a couple years ago. It's like there's more now. A few have closed, a few new ones have come, and they're really good, super high quality. Late Model, when you're in Mendo, you're in a robe 90% of the time. Really? You walk around Mendocino in a robe? I didn't know you had like some outdoor robe that you wear. Interesting. Put on my HHV hoodie. Too hot, Uncle. It's hoodie season's way over, Let's see. Fu Manpu, yes, Cult Master. Is it time for the pavilion? I'm not sure if I get that reference there. Peter, I don't know if Gaz is making veganism too complicated or not. I don't know. All I know is what I'm seeing now, like from his recent video that he, responded to. I just see a bunch of dumb excuses. Here's the thing, guys. Why can't people just say, hey, I'm just not vegan anymore, and not have to make up all this stupid bullshit like B12 factories are in forests, whatever, just say, hey, I'm not vegan anymore, and that's it, I'll have health issues too that he's making up after the fact. Well, that's cool, 8 Model. You went to a woo-woo festival down in Marin. That's a great place for a woo-woo festival. Awesome, and you survived. Hey, Tick. You don't consume or use animals for clothing, but you kill mosquitoes in your room. Can you call yourself a vegan? Well, I think so. I mean, I'm not going to make a video about you. Hey, this guy's not vegan anymore because he kills mosquitoes. Because if you look at the definition of veganism, it says as far as possible and practical, meaning it's really not that cool to live in a house infested by bugs, especially if they suck your blood and can give you malaria. Veganism doesn't mean you have to die or suffer or anything like that. So, I mean, yeah, I think you're still vegan. You don't have to live in a rodent infestation if you're vegan. We can do we can live but at a standard that your reasonable average person lives at. It doesn't mean we have to live in filth or squalor or rodent or mosquito infestation or anything like that. We can have a reasonable person standard of living and still be vegan. What's that, Late Model? Your woo-woo festival, full tilt woo-woo with the sidecar of Rivian. Are Rivians really popular up there in Marin? It seems like the right kind of place for Rivian to really make a stand. Yeah, see on you. I know why these people like Gaz and all these people that make these no longer vegan videos. Yeah, they're just making up all this shit just so they can try to justify it in their own minds. I really think they're trying to do that more so than trying to justify it in the minds of their viewers and subscribers. I really think they're trying to feed themselves a load of bullshit so they can try to believe that bullshit be in some kind of self-deception and to try to make themselves feel better now that, oh yeah, I'm gonna go hunt deer now. It's quite cool. They're invasive. I have to be the one who kills the deer, because if I don't kill the deer, they're gonna take over all of Wales, and there'll be no more forests for the B12 factories to take over. Oh, what does the ding mean? I do the ding every time I read the definition of veganism. And it also means to have a drink when I do it. It's kind of like like vegan bingo that some guys, some influencers or some YouTubers do. It's just a little fun thing what we do here. Yeah, VLM, totally. You can be eco-conscious and vegan. However, to have your eco-minded lifestyle override the morals that you had as a vegan, I have a problem with that, because I don't think they're mutually exclusive. But yeah, they're not one and the same. But to say, hey, I'm not going to be vegan anymore because I have this new thing where eco stuff takes precedence. It's more important than veganism. And that's the decision that Gaz made. Yeah, the bell means drink whenever Ryan shows a definition of veganism. And it also is a call for us to prepare the vegan mothership soon. Oh yeah, tons of Rivians. Oh, in Ben too. Oh, cool. I rarely see Rivians, even though I did see one today on the way back from my new gym. I'm starting to like my new gym a little bit more now. This is my second time going. I went for the first time last Friday. If you guys haven't been watching, my old gym closed down on Memorial Day, basically. Just shutting it down so they can put in some really expensive gym where you have to pay $229 a month to be a member there. It's like, nope. First of all, it's going to take a while to build it. I would have had to find something else anyway, but once they build it, there's no way in hell I'm going to do that. Definitely not a 1%er. I can't afford that. No, I don't want anyone to kill deer in Wales. No, that's Gaz Oakley, the guy I responded to on Tuesday. Yeah, Johnny, and for you, can't wait to step foot in a gym again. Like I said, you might be able to do some things, right? And I'm not sure what, but I know it's the feet and legs balance so many things, but you might be able to do some things, perhaps. Probably could swim at some point. You might be able to do some upper body things. You could probably sit down and do bicep curls seated. There's probably some things you can do. You can do those, you work your delts and stuff. You could probably do some of that stuff sitting down, as long as you're not putting pressure on the injured foot. Don't take my word for it. I mean, yeah, talk to a professional on that, but I'm sure you can do some working out. Just a limited amount of working out. Yeah, I like in my gym better. I guess last week it was just my first time there. I was a little scared. I wasn't sure what to expect, but yeah, I liked it better this time. And I met like a nice crew of young dudes to play with. They recognized me from last week. Hey, want to play 2-on-2 again? That's cool. So yeah, we played a game. We played a few games of 2-on-2, and first game I won, so let's switch it up. And I played with another guy next time. I won that one too. We switched it again. I kept winning with me, so it's cool. They're young guys. I don't think they've been playing all that long, but they're fun. They're young. They're athletic. It's good for me to be able to chase on defense dudes that are like 20 years old. I'm almost 60. So it's cool to be able to defend, slide my feet, get in position, and just make life hell for these dudes that should be running right past me, and they're still not. One day I guess they will, but still I'm still able to guard these quick little dudes. Uncle says only vegans will make it through the apocalypse. I don't know. I'm not sure. Hopefully. Yeah, late model. Yeah, so you improvise there when you hurt your Achilles. Wow, I forgot that you hurt your Achilles. Damn. Fu Manpu is suggesting roids for recovery. I don't know. Hemorrhoids. But see on you, everything is so overpriced now. It's such horrible timing. Closing down my gym, where people pay on average like, $25, $35 a month, closing it down for a gym that no one in our area can afford. $229 a month, $100 more than what $200 more than what it used to be. Long Beach, it has some nice areas, but when you think of Long Beach, you don't think of it's the place like Beverly Hills or Newport Beach or whatever, or something like that. No, it's not like that at all. It's not a really working person's, a working class city. It's not a rich place or anything like that. So I don't know what the hell they're thinking. Considering they already have another one of these $230 gyms about like 5 miles away or less. I don't see how they think they can support two in a working class city like this. So anyway, it's frustrating. But I'm glad that there's still other gyms I can go to that have within the LA Fitness thing and have what's it called, network, and still have basketball courts that they haven't torn down yet. That's funny, late model. Of course you're going hard in the swimming pool, huh? But $20 a month is a really, really good price for a gym membership. So I would keep that, AJ, because even if you're not going, if you do start going later, if you were to start a new membership, you'd probably pay $40-50 a month. So use that as inspiration to think, maybe I'll start going again soon. Yeah, $20 is great. Pretty much unheard of. Now, have you heard anything about this Patagonia drag queen controversy that you're talking about there, Peter? This is news to me. I'll see if anything of that crosses my eyeballs. Oh, man. Oh, your gym is 40 minutes away, AJ. I see. That's a big deal. Yeah, that's about how far how much time I was in the car today. Maybe I wasn't that long. It's all on streets. It's about 30 minutes for me. That was cool. It's still within the range of an all electric drive in my plug-in hybrid, assuming I drive the route I took, which is like the most direct route, avoiding some anyway, and also driving sanely, not like flooring the gas pedal, just driving what they call in a hyper miling style, trying to maximize every last mile I can. So yeah, I made it back with like about 9/10 of a gallon, I got back with just a little bit of 9/10 of a mile of range left. So that was cool. I could still go to the gym and not have to burn any petroleum. But AJ, yeah, just go to the gym if you can go. For you're already paying for it. I would say for free, you're already paying for it. Just go, even if it's just like once a week. And that's I think how I'm rolling right now. I used to play basketball twice a week, but now that I have to drive half an hour instead of like 12 minutes, I'm gonna change things up. I'm gonna I started it this week, like Tuesday. Angie and I went locally, like to a beautiful place along the waterfront here. And I ran, she walked, we explored the area. And next week we'll go do it again. Go do it somewhere else. Go explore another outdoor area, or go to a place we haven't been to in a long time outdoors. So it's kind of nice to get outside around dusk. The light's all golden. It feels magical out. Breathing good air. Running. I haven't done outdoor. That was my first outdoor run in years, guys. I've been running indoors on the hardwood basketball courts for a few years now, but my first real outdoor run in quite a long time. It was fun. I forgot what it's like to get that little runner's high after. It's really cool, It feels good. So hopefully that'll keep happening. But I think that's how I'm going to roll now for summer. A run or two in the week. Like maybe like a Friday basketball gym thing. And just roll with that. I'm not like practicing for a basketball league or tournament or anything like that. I don't have to be like tip top, but I'm still finding if I go once a week, I'm still good, because I'm not sitting around the rest of the week. I'm running, I'm doing other stuff, but my shot's still going in. My fitness and conditioning are doing good. So yeah, if I can get by with once a week on the court and one or two runs a week, now that'll be a new switch for me. So this is kind of a time for change for me right now. A lot of different little changes happening in my life right now. So anyway, yeah, we got to roll with it, right? What's that be? Your local gym run by the government. It's more expensive than the $20, probably about $40 a month, and it's run by the government. Wow. That's the price here of many private gyms. I mean, you can get some memberships that are like $20 at private gyms. You can pay $200 at a private gym. I would think the government would have it be a little cheaper. Anyway, Fu Manpu, come to the dark side. What would the dark side be exactly? Let's see, Uncle, do they have workout stations on the beach near us? I know what you're talking about. I've seen some around. I don't think they have them on the beach running path or anything like that. But there's a little park at the town nearby, Seal Beach. I call it the fitness park because they have little fitness stations that you walk around the park. They're nothing too challenging. I like the one where you just walk on like a 2x4 for balance and stuff. I walk forward, then I try to walk backwards on these beams, and you have to turn 90-degree angles. That's my favorite one to do there. Yeah, maybe we'll go there one day soon. We often like to go there once a month. Hey, Peter just sent me a super chat. Okay, let's see what the Patagonia controversy is. They're trying to sue the drag queen Patagonia because they have a similar name. Oh, okay. Wow. Even though Patty is interested in helping the environment and the outdoors, which the brand Patagonia is all about, and walked many, many miles in drag to give money back to the environmental group, but they're messing with her. You know, I think you kind of have to. That sounds horrible. I don't want to say that. I feel like it's such a dick for saying that. But I've learned a few things this year about trademark law because I've hired a trademark attorney for certain matters. And one thing I've learned is you kind of have to go after people who are infringing on your trademark, because if you don't, you could end up losing your trademark. So I think, I haven't read the details of the story, but the little bit I know about trademark law, there actually is some justification why they're doing that. As horrible as that sounds, I'm not saying I'm condoning that or for it or anything like that, but their lawyers may have forced them to do that, is what I'm guessing. Fu Man Poo, you love roids? Why do you like roids so much? I always thought you were joking about taking the roids, but I think you really are. Tell us about it. Carl, Runner's High is awesome. Yeah, I forgot about Runner's High. You don't get that playing basketball. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about running. That maybe there's a few other sports that do that. I don't even remember like Cyclist High, but there's something about running where you get like a weird little runner's high, like a little shot of happy endorphins like after the run. I go, oh, this is kind of cool. If you're having some melancholy, some sadness in your life, like I always seem to be having, it's kind of cool to get that neurotransmitter of some happiness in there through a natural way, not like from doing cocaine or something like that, just from doing something as healthy and natural as running is, you know. But anyway, but yeah, I see what you're saying there, Peter. You're telling me more deets here. Yeah, I'll check more. I'll see if that story crosses my my newsfeed. But yeah, Patagonia in South America, that's where she based her name on. So it is a place and a brand, I guess, right, AG? So that probably makes it more complicated. It's like they sat around one day, hey, let's make up a new word or something like that. So I can't get into the weeds there legally, how that all works out. But still, it's their trademark, so they have to protect it, is what their lawyers are probably telling them. Again, I'm not saying that's cool or anything, but, you know, if someone's infringing on one of my trademarks, I got to do something about it, or else, you know, I could lose it. Navia, the runner's high means you're dying? Wait, where'd you hear that at? Let's see, Him Financial. Where are some good spots in Long Beach? You live in West LA, but don't go to Long Beach much. Like, good spots for what? There's like a lot to do here, like just for entertainment, for chilling, for eating, for running. Like, what kind of spots you talking about? And I'll see if I can give you some suggestions. Yeah, AJ, right. If the runner, not the runner, if Patagonia did use the trademark logo, that could be an issue. If she used it associated with herself, not to represent herself rather than the brand, yeah, there's issues there. But anyway, like vegan spots, go to Happy Cow. If you don't have the app, I know the app's like $1 or $2. Just go to the website, you know, on a browser, web browser. Just look up Happy Cow Long Beach. There's some really good vegan restaurants here, real good ones, like say Mangia Fogli, an Italian one, Wild Chive, and then for like vegan pastries, like San Wolves. And all these are just like on like a block from each other. They're really close together. There's more. This is just like places I go to very frequently. But yeah, just look up, and there's a lot of restaurants that have good vegan options. Like there's a Korean restaurant, Sura, that has a vegan menu. They told us, we haven't gone for a few years, but I remember they're telling us back then they cooked the vegan stuff like in a separate part of the kitchen or something like that. Yeah, just for starters, there's just a lot of good vegan food around here. Okay, so Peter's saying some people did make fan art that looked like their logo, but Patty never made any of that. So yeah, they can't get her on that. So I don't know what the deets of the story are, but it sounds like it's a legal matter, and it's a trademark law matter. What do you think, Prester John, that Gaz is being paid by Big Meat to switch? It's totally possible. I've always wondered if Big Meat comes after like vegan influencers and pays them to switch. I don't know. I mean, it sounds like he just got a new life thing. I live in the wild now. I want to live like ancient man in Wales and live off the land kind of shit, which is cool. But I say all that kind of shit because it means hunting deer in his mind. He doesn't think he can just like grow food and just have it be plants. But I've always wondered if Big Meat has ever has a campaign, a policy to try to find vegan and vegetarian influencers and pay them to switch. I've always said, if that ever happens to me, and hopefully they're not watching right now, Big Meat, but if that ever happens, I pledge, if they contact me, I'm going to write them back and go, ooh, that's a really cool idea, and have a whole paper trail of it. And when it comes down to like sign the dotted line, sign an NDA or whatever, then I'm going to expose it and make a video, get 1 million views showing how the meat industry pays vegans to not be vegan anymore. If that were ever to happen, I will go undercover and I will expose it to the world. So probably because I've said this in public, like on a live stream, they won't contact me. But if they're dumb and don't know that I've made this pledge, I'm going to fully do it. What do you think about that? Really, AJ, someone commented on my gas video that babies can't be vegan. It's funny how people seem to know things that they know jack shit about. Like, who are you going to trust? Someone who doesn't know jack shit about nutrition and just pulls stuff out of their butt? Or say the opinions of health organizations from around the world who have said that a well-planned vegan diet can be nutritionally adequate for people in all stages of life. I know the American Dietetics Association, is that their new name now, have come out with a more refined statement. They're not on this list here, by the way. It said that, yeah, you have to pay a little extra attention to kids and babies and stuff like that. Didn't say it can't be done, but you have to pay even more special, close attention. So I'll go on record and support that. It sounds good. You want to be safe with your kids and stuff like that. But it's far from being child abuse or anything like that, or else you wouldn't have health organizations making claims like this. So that's a bunch of shit. Sion, you're jealous that we have so many vegan restaurants. The options here have been reducing. It sucks. Where are you at, Sion? You, if you don't mind sharing. If you want to remain totally private, anonymous, I get it. So your call there. Hang on 1 second. Where is my live stream? 1 second. There we are. Okay. So many fakers out there. That's what it seems like when you watch all these no longer vegan people, huh? Peter says your friend had a baby and now it's about 3 years old, still vegan, and didn't grow a third head, I take it. What do you think, Prester John? Large vegan influencers who switch are suspect. I agree. The larger that they are, the more suspicious it is, which makes you really wonder. I think it's about money either way with these large influencers. Hey, thanks, formerly Vegan Metalhead, for renewing your channel membership. 48 months. Awesome. I was going to say, I think these larger influencers, the larger your channel and your social media reaches, the more money you make, the more that your monthly lifestyle bills, the cost to live your lifestyle is dependent on that money you make as a social media influencer or something like that. So whether or not he was paid by the meat industry, money was a big part of why he was doing it. If you have like 2 million subscribers on Instagram and YouTube, you're making some freaking money. And once you see that money kind of get rug pulled out from you, I've had that happen to me a few times in life. And it's kind of scary. So they freak out and they panic and they say, hey, vegan, in this case, I didn't have this happen for me for vegan YouTube. It's for other businesses I've been in. But my point is, in this, say, oh, the vegan stuff ain't working like it used to be. Instead of getting $10,000 a month for my vegan stuff. I'm getting only $5,000 now. Not enough to pay for my new lifestyle in the Welsh countryside. So they try to find the pivot to a new thing. So I think the money's the thing. But yeah, if they saw they were going to get paid by the meat industry a big chunk of money, that would fill that gap nicely too. So either way, I think money is a huge part of it. Was it the only thing? I don't think so. I think living in the Welsh countryside had a lot to do with it, but I think money had a lot to do with it too. That's just my opinion. I have no evidence. I'm just going this based on how I've had kind of these financial rug pulls, how I've reacted in the past, and what it's like psychologically. Oh, you're looking at a new apartment tomorrow. Awesome. Good for you. God, good for you, former vegan metalhead. Let's see, vegan. They have vegan restaurants in Wisconsin. Thanks for sharing that with me, Moveline. I have no idea. I've never been to Wisconsin, and I still have my first guitar. It's the red one, right there. That's my first guitar. My parents bought it for me like in second grade at a department store that no longer exists. I think it was called like Jimco or something like that. Peter, so you're telling me Paul Saladino, he somehow knows that vegans crave meat because he saw a baby taking a bite of a steak? No, that's just a bunch of bullshit. That doesn't mean anything. Just because he saw a baby taking a bite out of a steak and all stoked, you can't extrapolate from that a 58-year-old man wants to eat meat. That's just stupid. Really, I mean, is he that dumb? He's gone through medical school. He must have some smarts. But that reasoning is like something that you would fail a philosophy 101 class. It's just invalid. It just doesn't follow at all. I don't know if it's invalid. It's just not a logical. It's not a valid form of inference. Anyway, I'd love to hear more about that. That's just really bad. Oh, thanks for subscribing, Prester John. Awesome. What's that late model? You don't count macros? Neither do I. But you're an eater, so am I, and you're getting mine. That's how I feel too. Do I still play that red guitar there? No, it's like missing a string. The action's really high. It's just there because it's sentimental and it's kind of cool looking and it's really light, and I can hang it on these wall pegs that I mounted, not into drywall, just going in like into they're not on studs, they're like going straight into drywall, and they're really weak. I've tried to put like heavier like electric guitars up there, and the guitar mounting peg thing just pulls off. So I have my two lightest guitars up on that wall there just because they're light and they look nice. If I could instantly learn to play one instrument, what would it be? Wow, that's tough. If I had a fan, I mean, I could play both these instruments, but not that well. But if I could instantly be as good as I am at guitar, say on piano or bass, I'd probably like be torn between that and piano. I mean, like either acoustic piano or like electric Rhodes piano, But yeah, that's what I would go for. Carmichael said, you saw a baby drooling and concluded that adults are meant to drool. Yeah, there you go. There's the same logic there. You remember Jimco, and I don't remember Whitefront, but I definitely, Jimco and Fedco. I think it was a Jimco. Not that it really matters. Wow, I didn't hear about a protest on Trump's birthday. See if they get more people to come instead of his big concert, which is now a rally. Didn't hear anything about that. Okay, so we're getting political now. Let's see. Prester John, RFK Jr. hosted Saladino in the White House. I saw Saladino make a little video about that. He was all excited to be part of that whole scene there. He was allowed to do product placement during the interview. That's so Saladino. He's such a grifter, such an opportunist. Fu Manpoo, your first guitar was a Sears POS, not a Silvertone. Yeah, Silvertones are looked at, just looked as being nice guitars. Not like Gibson or Fender or something like that, but it's still like quality. See on you. If you place to tell Saladino this, if you put a plate of strawberries or like raw meat in front of a baby, even cooked meat, baby's pretty much always going to go for the fruit. So what does that mean? You know, you can't extrapolate anything from that. But yeah, it just shows how insincere he is. He finds one example that supports his effed up way of thinking and thinks that example is the holy grail, when you can find other counter examples that make his example look pretty lame. You see, AJ, you tried playing guitar and violin as a child, but your fingers were too small. You did play piano, though. I don't know anything about playing violin, but I would have thought, with my naivety, that small fingers would be fine for a violin, but maybe I'm wrong, because it's, a relatively small instrument, small neck, like compared to, like, say, a cello or something like that. Oh, Fu Manpu, you worked next to a Jimco in 80s in Pomona. Awesome. Wow, Carmichael, you still have your first piano that you got at 11 years old. Awesome. Let's see, Heidi. I don't know if I could pronounce that. It sounds like an Indian drum, right? Yeah, I think Jimco was a Southern California thing. Pretty sure. Joe Rogan's going to Trump's White House, a UFC fight on the lawn of the White House. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not surprised Joe Rogan does that.
Worse yet, some people think that he's going to be the new anchor of CBS's 60 Minutes.
That Joe Rogan might be the anchor of 60 Minutes? Holy.
They got rid of the...
I heard some people got fired, or an important dude got fired.
Well, yeah, they cleared out the whole cast of characters.
Yeah.
So the main guy stepped down.
Yeah, I know they got taken. The corporation got bought by a more right-wing leaning thing. So yeah,
they're trying to completely change 60 Minutes.
So they want to change 60 Minutes and put Joe Rogan as like the lead dude on 60 Minutes.
Best idea ever.
Wow.
I hope that's not true.
Wow. Uncle DJT says he's going to a third NBA playoff game. Will he get booed? DJT. Man, who are you talking about there? Who are you talking about, Uncle? I should know what you're referring to there. Can I read sheet music? Yes, in the past, yes. And now I can, before I could kind of sight read. I wasn't great, but I could sight read music on guitar. Now, super slowly, and I have to think. Every good boy does fine. I'd have to think about it. It wouldn't be like intuitive, like, oh, I'll just play the E here and the F there. I'd have to really think slowly. So for all practical purposes, no. But I know what the names of the notes are. I can still read the notes on the staff, whatever it's called, the sheet music notes. I don't even know what it's called anymore. It's nothing that I don't need to do it anymore. I don't need to like write my notes down because I know them. I play them on guitar. I record it into Logic Pro. It's there. If I need to figure out what note it is, I'll just go play what I recorded and figure it out after the fact. Yeah. So for me, there's no real practical reason to notate. Okay, AJ. So Scott Pelley. So I haven't watched 60 Minutes in a long time. Veteran journalist got fired from 60 Minutes. He's the OG. And so they're going to replace a veteran journalist possibly with Joe Rogan? Wow. There goes all the credibility. Okay, so Heidi, your drum. It's an Indian drum. Okay, Indian cymbal-like instrument. Wow, cool. You play another one too. We have another silly troll? Oh, or are you talking about Joe? Oh, I love eviscerating poultry. Do you want to engage with us, Joho, or should I just ban you right now? If you want to come here and if you want to give me your argument against veganism, you're more than welcome to. But if you're going to sit here and just troll, oh, I like to eat meat, that's not engaging. You're not here in good faith. You're just here to troll. So the ball's in your court. What do you want to do? How do you want this to proceed? So here's our rules for the live stream. Be civil, no personal attacks. You're being good. You're not being a bigot. So I'll give you a big thumbs up on that one, Joho. But no spamming or trolling. Just don't leave comments just like that where you're just like not engaged. You're just leaving comments that are intended to antagonize or not be, just you know what I'm saying. So it's up to you. So ball's in your court. Why would YouTube put this in my feed when my current work is as a Gugu Carney. I don't know. Why do I get your fucking meat ads? You know, the name of my channel is Happy Healthy Vegan. It's been online on YouTube since 2013, and they still give me fucking meat ads for your stupid meat products. So YouTube doesn't really give a damn about what your preferences are. It's not personalized like they make it out to be. They'll just give an ad out to you because they can make money. So don't blame the shit on me. Complain to YouTube for not giving a crap about your personalizations. So anyway, if you want to engage, feel free. I'm going to give you one last chance. If not, me, Uncle, or Peter are going to just time your ass out or ban your ass. So if you want to engage, you have an honest question about veganism, why you think it sucks. Oh, too late. You already got kicked off. Okay, Uncle says, CBS says they deny the rumors about Joe Rogan. Good, because that would be horrible. He's not even a good troll, huh? And if you're gone tonight, Fu Manpu, I'm glad you could stay up as long as you can. Wicked Agenda, you're too late. You know, your troll friend just got banned. So you're I see what you're gonna do. Wicked Agenda is Carmichael, is that right? You're trying to play with the troll. The troll already got kicked. Yeah, Peter already got him. What a miserable, insufferable person. Oh, that must be Angie typing it on our account right here. Thank goodness about Rogan. Hopefully that's true. Yeah, totally fine. Yeah, I didn't type that. Yeah, that must be Angie on her computer. We're probably both logged in, which is totally fine. You can stay logged in as Happy Healthy Vegan. That makes me look kind of super power-like, right? I can sit here and talk to you guys with my hands not doing anything, yet there's comments that are coming through in the live chat. So I look really badass. I might as well be like, you know, an Avenger or something. If you tell me, yeah, how am I yapping? I don't know. Are you challenging me? Because I will. I'm going to time you out for 10 minutes. See if you want to waste 10 minutes of your life thinking about what an asshole you are. If you want to come back after 10 minutes about, I'm sure your butt hurt and triggered right now, but if you want to waste 10 minutes of your life and come back to my little live stream, go for it, and I'll time you out again. I could have just blocked you forever, or I could have timed you out for 24 hours, but I'm just having fun with you right now, you know? I'm just fucking with you, because you're fucking with me. Pardon all my French, guys. Anyway, I'm sorry, Wicked Agenda, I got rid of him. I got rid of him too quickly for you. I know what you're going to do with him. You're going to have fun with him. Muthula, am I a lefty like us, Angie? Like, what are you talking about? Like, who and lefty? Like, what? Uh-oh, there's a new dairy-free Ben & Jerry's, Heidi. A new chocolate fudge brownie with caramel and toffee. All right, AJ, screw the gym membership, right? Instead of driving 40 minutes to the gym, let's just all go to get some dairy-free Ben & Jerry's right now. No, just kidding. Don't do that. Yes, late Molly, mess with the bull. That's me. You're going to get the horns. Because I'm playing with them right now. I said if I really wanted to be completely proactive, I would just have banned him outright. He would never be able to come back to this channel. But now I'm just messing with him. Because if you just time someone out for 1 or 2 minutes, they can come back. Hey, I'm still here. But 10 minutes, that's a significant enough amount of time. They have to decide, do I want to hang out for 10 minutes in the naughty corner all timed out and then come back? That means they have to think about it, remember it. So I'm in their head rent-free messing with them. I like doing stuff like this to people who deserve it. Not to people who are cool and chill like you guys, but people who come here with bad intentions. I can be a badass too. Butt hurt and triggered. Did I say both? Butt hurt and triggered? You grew up in the naughty corner. I can't imagine. Peter says, I know you're joking, but I really would like some vegan Ben & Jerry's right now. I would like some too right now. That sounds great, you know? But I'll eat some cherries tonight. I got some cherries at the market a couple nights ago. They're all right. It's not a great cherry year this year. I talked to my local cherry farmer at Farmer's Market. I felt like Gaz Oakley right now. I talked to my farmer, but I really did. A couple weeks ago, he said the growing season sucked because, as I knew from down here, we had some really hot weather in the winter. It was really warm in February and March, you know, unseasonably warm. So he said it messed with the growing season. It was shorter. They got riper earlier. They just don't taste as good as like in a good vintage cherry year. But anyway, yeah, so we should have some cherries tonight, huh, Angie? Peter, you made a decision. Why? You're never going to drink coffee again and only drink matcha green tea? Like, never? You will, like, pass from this earth before coffee touches your lips again? It will never touch your lips? Why'd you make that decision? Not to say, like, hey, you have to drink coffee all the time, but yeah, you guys know I've never been, like, totally pro coffee, but I've grown to like it, especially, I'm married to a coffee drinker, Angie, so it's a great opportunity for us to walk together through our neighborhood and explore some coffee shops together and hang out together and do stuff together as a couple. So, and I've grown to like some of the coffees she has introduced me to and ones we've discovered together. But I'll typically have coffee like once a week now, and often it'll be a decaf. So yeah, I enjoy the fun of it, but I don't need it as like a pick me up or like something I need to function every day or something like that. Did I make a shot at Gaz there, McKinsey? I don't know. I couldn't help but think of him when I was talking. I went to my farmer's market and spoke with my farmer. I felt like Gaz Oakley gaslighting everyone here. Anyway, coffee makes you all jittery, and then the crash, the green tea doesn't do. Oh, try decaf coffee, because I don't feel any crash from decaf coffee. I don't recall ever having that, so you might want to check it out. Your mileage might vary. AJ says, Peter, don't blame me. Coffee has been sucking lately. Well, I know coffee's been, it's expensive, and climate change has been making it more like difficult to grow, like the cherries. What's that late model? Late model has graduated out of coffee these days. You've been off caffeine for 6 years, but would do an occasional decaf Americano. But lately, you don't even want that. Hey, if you don't want it, you don't want it. Totally cool. If I didn't live with Angie, I probably wouldn't either. But for us, it's a fun time for us to go. Maybe we'll go tomorrow to one of the two fully vegan places in the morning where we can get a vegan coffee and maybe a little vegan snack. We'll see. I'm just going. It's just a nice thing to do. Keeps us bonded as a couple that we're doing things together. Before I started doing this with her, I don't know if it was selfish, but I was saying, I don't drink coffee, I'm getting all my energy from my food, which is still true, but I was missing out on experiences I could have been sharing with my wife all these years. I was saying, you walk to the coffee shop and she would have a good time there by herself, but, now we can have these experiences together, it's cool. But anyway. Oh yeah, we've eaten hippies before, Carmichael. Yeah, they're cool. Yeah, I don't get them all the time. Once in a while, I'll get a little bag of hippies. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I've probably eaten them all together in my life, maybe 7 times or something like that. Like getting a bag from the market. But yeah, they're cool. I'll enjoy them sometimes. I have to look at the bag again because I make sure when I get like naughty snacks like that they're at least low or have no saturated fat. I don't want my LDL cholesterol to be negatively affected by a processed food snack. So I'll try to find one that's the healthiest possible as far as like heart health goes. Thanks, Heidi. Yeah, thanks. I think it's a cool thing to for a couple to do things together. I mean, it's cool for us to do things apart as well. This is a nice sweet spot, but I think it's cool for us to go out and walk through the neighborhood together. I think it's fun. It's fun going out in the morning, like 10, 11 a.m. It's nice. It's quiet out and, walking through. We live in a cool area, a lot of cool houses and stuff, cool old houses, and walking to our cool coffee shops and spending some time out, it's cool. A quadruple soy latte? Are you joking? With extra soy? Are you joking or serious, Travis? Because that sounds crazy. I mean, so crazy. I don't think that exists, but let me know. Carmichael, that's the thing about things like hippies and chips and stuff like that. That's why I'm trying to make sure they're as healthy as possible, because sometimes you just want to eat the whole bag, which we don't, but it's designed to create that kind of feeling. So yeah, just make sure if I eat a lot of stuff, is my LDL going to go up? I'll read the bag. Okay, no, I'll get this one. Yeah, slow down and enjoy your life and each other. Absolutely, Heidi. That's super important. A lot of things are expensive in life, but that's free. Late model, all the crusty Fairfax houses are all fixed up now. That's kind of been happening here in Long Beach. I call it the noisiest city I've ever lived in because there's always some construction going on, it seems. People are fixing up their houses, which is good. All right, Angie. Yeah, she's making us a cool dinner tonight. Yeah, there's Angie. I just pre-made the silken tofu based sauce for tonight's dinner. She's making a sauce for pasta out of silken tofu. Like we're discovering all these things we can do with pasta. Before people, I would just think like an average American. Oh, you get some pasta sauce, tomato based pasta sauce, put it on top of your like spaghetti or whatever, and that's it. But no, since we've been learning way more about Italian food because of our the vegan restaurant that we love here so much, Mangia Fogli, and talking to the owner Paul about like food from Campania and all that. We've just been like learning more and more about different pasta dishes that we like, that don't involve just putting tomato sauce on spaghetti. And yeah, Angie's crafted I think at least 3 really new cool dishes that have been part of our regular rotation. We just had one last night, a zucchini based one. Like you put the zucchini in like some olive oil or something, and then she makes like a vegan parmesan out of like cashews, like ground cashews in the Vitamix, and then put it all together. It's really good. Tonight we're gonna have this one that she's describing there. So yeah, I'm a lucky man. 2 really sweet meals, and we had a little bottle of like some white, really like bright acidic minerally driven white wine that we had last night. So saved half of it, have the rest tonight probably. Carmichael, we seem like a happy couple. Yeah, I think we are. We're really good. Yeah, we like each other. Yeah, after all these years, we still just want to be around each other. So that's a good sign after all these years. I'm interested, Peter, in the upcoming FIFA World Cup. Not a bit interested. I just hope it doesn't cause traffic problems. It's in the LA area, like Southern California, right? I don't watch football or soccer or whatever it is. I don't know. Not my thing. I have no idea. Not saying I'm against it. I just hope it doesn't inconvenience my life at all, because it does. I'm not going to get anything out of it. Not to say that's how I look at life as transactional, but yeah, it's not my thing. But if it's your thing, watch the hell out of it, enjoy it, cheer, yell goal and everything. Totally cool. Because oh shoot, there's an NBA game tonight. God, don't tell me how that's going. Too. I watched Game 1 of the NBA Finals the other night. So yeah, I don't have a team in it. Yeah, my Lakers got beat, but it seems like a good series, a good matchup. Have you ever had zucchini noodles made out of zucchini? I don't think so. Sounds good. We shouldn't talk about food, AJ. How we're getting hungry now, huh? You miss OG Doritos and Cheetos. Probably not the best foods for us, AJ. So if you're not eating them anymore, probably for the best, right? I'm sure they're very not vegan, too. That's probably why you're not eating them. Yeah, Angie. There's Angie commenting down there. It's happy healthy vegan. Yeah, tonight. What's an interesting twist on this dish? It's Italian at heart, but what she's doing is she's fusing it with a doenjang, which is like I don't even know how to describe doenjang. It's part of the flavor that goes on top, I guess. I'm describing it really poorly, but it's not like a big food thing like a noodle or pasta or something like that. It's part of the flavor added to it. Nutritional yeast with lemon juice, a bit of gochujang, onion powder, turmeric, and you'll add a little lemon pepper on top. Sounds delicious. It's going to be another fantastic meal. So that's what we're going to have after this live stream. I told you if it's not too cold, we can go eat outside. We just cleaned up our porch the other day, our outdoor area. So we could do that because it's still sunny at 8 o'clock. But we'll see. It might be a little cool because I told you the sun really didn't come out much today. So we'll see. It's all good. But I'm with you, late model. Yeah, like a zucchini-based noodle probably in the end wouldn't be all that satisfying because it'll be less calorically dense than like a wheat or even a legume-based noodle. But it'd be fun to eat, once in a while. But this zucchini dish that Angie makes, she's actually slicing zucchini, putting it on top of pasta. So the zucchini is not like substituting for a noodle or anything like that. That's what we had last night. Earth Balance mac and cheese. Wow, I haven't seen that for a bit. Oh, that's who you're talking about, Uncle. I thought you were talking about a basketball player. You said Trump says he's going to the third NBA playoff game. Will he get booed? Third NBA Finals game. The playoffs are like gone. They're in the finals now. So game 3, let's see. Well, it should be Sunday probably because game 1 was Wednesday, game 2 Friday. I think they're doing it every other day. Will he get booed? Let's see. That game should be either way in New York or San Antonio. Yeah, he's probably going to go to the San Antonio game. Yeah, New York, he'll totally get booed. 100%, no doubt. Yeah. He has a better chance of not getting booed in San Antonio. He has a better chance of that working out better for him. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm not saying he won't get booed a lot, but New York would just be a hell show. He there's no way he would do that. It's unthinkable. But yeah, he has a better chance of it being a decent reception in San Antonio, but he's not guaranteed that. That's my prediction. He's going to New York? No way. No. Wait. Yeah, that will be New York. Yeah, San Antonio is the top seed, so their first 2 games are right now. He's going to New York for the NBA Finals game. Man, he's got some balls, or he's just totally out of touch. I'm not sure which it is, because that sounds not like a good idea. If I was one of advisors, seriously, if I was working for him and my job was to look out for his best interests, I would say no. Don't go to the New York NBA Finals game unless you're trying to like troll people and get a reaction and then use that as a reason to like pass laws against basketball or something. I don't know. Unless he has some like end game like that. It's just going for pleasure. No, I would say no. Don't go to the New York game. He has a better chance of it being more peaceful and okay in San Antonio. And I even said that's not even a guaranteed slam dunk. Wow, I didn't hear about that. Wow, that blows my mind. Gas should be what, like $9 by it could be, it could be by Sunday. Yeah, I'm with you, AJ. Yeah, like wheat pasta is too good to like have zucchini noodles, but there are some like grain pastas I've had of varying quality. Some are some are I have to go back and try them all out again. It's been quite a few years, but yeah, it's something magical and just right about like a wheat grain pasta. Oh, our little troll came back. See, I was wondering. Remember I said when I timed him out for 10 minutes, I was wondering, like, if I timed him out for an hour, he would have no choice other than to go away, do something else with his evening. But no, he stuck around. I was wondering. So I was in his head, rent-free for 10 minutes. See, you made my day. You think you're coming here trying to, like, bum me out and get me pissed off? No, you're making me happy. There's little endorphins flying off in my brain right now, knowing that I was living rent-free in your head for at least 10 minutes as you're timed out and you're wondering, what should I do for that 10 minutes? You're thinking about me. You're thinking about veganism. Awesome. I'm glad I got in your head. And I'm not doing this because I'm a dick. I'm doing this because you were a dick. This troll, he came here, was a complete dick troll to us. So instead of sitting there going, oh, I'm so passive, I'm just going to sit back and take it because I'm a weak little passive dude. I just flipped the script and was, return the favor, to you. Let me see something here really quick. Why is there an input signal going on there? I saw a signal going on back there that usually I don't see. But I don't think it's any reason for concern. I'm seeing your stuff, Angie. If you got to dip and make the food, totally cool. That's awesome. No, I haven't seen any of Mike's videos why he hates zucchini noodles. Yeah, that sounds great, AJ. Yeah, pasta from organic Italian wheat is really good. Yeah, if you get a higher grade, like Italian pasta noodle, yeah, totally delish. It's like it can't really be improved upon. Oh, there's Angie still chatting with Carmichael. Let me read Carmichael's comment to Angie. Angie, Ryan, thank you so much for the Cookbook. I was flipping through it and found myself overwhelmed in the best possible way with the sheer amount of recipes and ingredients. So much to do. Awesome. Yeah, it's something. Yeah. Like I say, when you get a book like ours or any like book, for making food, yeah, just find a recipe or two that you can connect with. Like I saw a late model mention the TKP, the first one, the Tuscan Kale Pilaf. That's one of our favorites. Just find a few that that you're gonna like make frequently, and then expand out from there. And maybe you won't. Maybe we'll just find like 2 or 3 recipes out of the bunch because, there's only so many meals that you really can make, and but yeah, check it out. Oh, cool. AJ knows who to watch to learn about the best pasta brands. Awesome. Yeah, I think our wine shop around here. We have a cool one that's got I think if I remember right, I thought they had like cool pastas and stuff too. I'll look at their food section more next time I pop in there. Show us my books? I will. Yeah, we've sold a few lately. Here, Happy Halloween Cookbook. Yeah, we just got an order last night. Probably someone that watched my response video to Gaz Oakley. Who knows? But anyway, yeah, I'll take some more down on Monday. If anyone wants to order a book, we got a limited quantity of the Happy Healthy Vegan Cookbook at this moment. All right, there. That's not the book right there, but let me take you to our book section here. Here we go. The Happy Halloween Cookbook. We got the print book that I just showed you. We got the ebook if you want immediate download. We have infinite quantities of those, but let me put the link into the live stream if you want to order our stuff, because I will be going to the post office Monday. Last time we got an order on the weekend, it was like Memorial Day, so I couldn't go. I mean, it was Memorial Day on the following Monday. I got the order Friday night on this live stream. I couldn't go until like midweek. But anyway, I'm going Monday. It's no holiday. And yeah, I'll give me more books to take to the post office. But yeah, I'll be taking the one down for sure. Hello, L1VVV. Navia, all trolls are weak. Yeah, I haven't really seen a really good troll yet. It's kind of like, I think, was it late model or AJ? Which one of you guys said? Like, it seems like the quality of trolls that our channel has had that we've had seems to be decreasing. Like the quality's gone down. They're like low level, low grade trolls. They're really just not that talented as trolls. We want we want high quality trolls instead of these low grade trolls. So anyway, Peter asked, Ryan, would you be okay with me buying up your books, or at least some of them, and selling them at a vegan festival? Yeah, seriously, Peter. If you want to talk about that more, I'll sell them to you like pretty much like our cost. And I forgot what it was again. I'll go take a look. But yeah. If you want to like buy like a small quantity, like 5 or 10, for a vegan festival. Cool. The only thing that might kind of suck is shipping, like to Canada, but it's actually cheaper to just send a bunch of them like that rather than like buy one book, because I think the shipping cost going from like one book to like 5 books is pretty small. Just getting that first one is what really sucks. So yeah, we can talk about that for sure. If you think it'll be worth your while with the shipping costs, which will like make things a little tougher. Yeah, we'll talk. Yeah, maybe I could ship them no, I can't ship them media mail. That doesn't go international. We'll figure something out. I'll do some research on the internet, see if there's some workarounds. Wicked Agenda. Did you say all trolls are weak? Are you kidding me? The disrespect. Some trolls are better than others. And to be honest, Wicked Agenda, who is actually Carmichael, is probably the best troll we ever had. So yeah, you're not weak, but you're not really a troll because you're really a vegan just pretending to be a troll. So yeah, when you were trolling, you're actually a strong troll. So yeah, I'm not disrespecting you, but the only reason you were a strong troll is because you're really vegan and you knew what you're talking about. I can't believe. Yeah, we need some intellectual trolls, huh? We need, better quality of trolls. We definitely do. because the quality of trolls, we still have better, higher quality trolls like 4 years ago or so. Now I don't know where we get these guys from. These guys are the worst. You know, it's like, give us at least decent trolls. Cars making neurotic. No, if so, I must be super neurotic. If everyone likes this video, it'll get seen by more people. Well, it's a live stream. I don't know if this needs to like rival the amount of views I'm getting off the Chaz Oakley no longer vegan response or anything like that. But do we need Bob? Bob Hill. I don't know if we want to classify, if I want to classify Bob as a troll per se. You know, he was more than a troll. He's just someone that was always trying to be a contrarian about veganism. Even when he said, finally, I'm trying veganism now. Like, what are you doing, Bob? Like, oh, I'm trying to lose weight. Like, first of all, that's not what veganism is. And secondly, you're going to fail. And then you're going to blame it on veganism. So it's, anyway, I digress. Summon Bob. I need a carnivore troll. They're the most aggressive. Yeah, I think carnivore guys really think that's what carnivore means. It gives me an excuse to be a tough-ass dude, alpha male. I'm tough. It's like, come here, alpha males. I'm ready for it. I know how to deal with alpha males. I know how to deal with like haters and trolls just fine. So if they want to come and try to F me, I'll put them in their place. We need meat. We need meat to give us bloodlust and win wars. Yeah, Bob was definitely trolly though, and he said things that are really insensitive to many different groups of people. So there's many reasons why I banned Bob permanently from this channel. I'll do another voice since I did the troll voice. California soy latte. Ryan's California soy latte. That's what they all drink in Ryan's California, where everyone is a surfer and looks like Brad Pitt and is living at the beach all the time. You know, they're all California soy latte people. Oh, I'm going through my water. Damn. Guess I'm a little dehydrated still from the gym. Yes, you can gain weight being vegan. You can maintain your weight as a vegan. You can lose weight as a vegan. I've done all three of those during my 15 plus years as a vegan. I've been pretty good though. I've been maintaining a pretty consistent weight now for many years now, like maybe like 4 or 5 years. Peter, you know who already made a video about Gaz? Let me guess, an anti-vegan, right? I'm just taking a wild guess because I already know Mike made a video. I bet an anti-vegan made a video. Yeah. Yeah, see? Gaz Oakley shows that it's impossible to be vegan. Well, fuck that. I've been vegan longer than Gaz was. What was it, like 10 years or so? And only 5 of those years he even called himself vegan. I've been vegan since 2010, and I'm not dead yet. And I'm like way older than Gaz, like twice his age almost, and I'm doing fine. So there's no, you can't sustain yourself. It's funny how the haters only look at those cases, the people who quit, as examples of why veganism doesn't work in the long term. And they conveniently ignore people such as myself who are older than these quitters, these people who left, and have been vegan longer. So combine that, I'm so old and I've been vegan way longer. You would think the problems that are so inherent in eating a vegan diet would just be ripping me apart, right? And it's not happening. It's just funny how it's just disingenuous and disheartening how selective, how bad faith selective these carnivore people are, these haters are about, see, this is an example. Look at, point as me as an example why it does work if you're old and been doing it for 15 plus years. Let's see. Oh, VD made a video about me? Oh, she responded to my Gaz Oakley video? Oh, I wonder if I should issue a takedown request because I'm sure she used my content. Maybe if I have some time tomorrow, and I don't like to throw my time down the toilet, but maybe I'll issue a takedown request against VD. I bet that'll get her really like frightened. Should I do that, guys? Do I have time to waste on that? Because I have things I do like to do in my life to, like, you know, further things I'm working on, projects. And this isn't really something I want to spend time on, but the joy of knowing I'm going to freak her shit out if she gets a takedown notice again, because I know she's had trouble with this, does kind of outweigh that. So are you watching, VD? You have to ask yourself this question, VD. Will Ryan feel motivated tomorrow to throw an hour or two down the toilet just to freak you out and play with your head? I don't know. I don't know how that's going to go. So if you're watching, VD, just think about it. If I don't do it tomorrow, I might do it another day. So I'm glad you made a video about me. I just need to find a day where I have free time, I'm bored, or I'm pissed, and I want to get someone, and I'll get you. Okay, anyway. Am I a dick? Is that kind of a dick thing to say? But seriously, I'm sure what she's saying is going to be a bunch of shit. She's just stealing my content, as always. Definitely do it. Don't link to her video, Peter. No, let's delete that. No, we're not linking to a VD video. Good. You had a good thought. Your thought was nice to share it with me, but don't share it here. We don't promote VD videos here. L1VV, vegan since 2013, and you haven't grown a third head yet. Congratulations. People said it couldn't be done, but you're making it. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Vixie Pixie, watch Mike the Vegan's video after this. Yeah, I said I'm honored that he used a little clip of me because I thought I made a good point about the secondhand B12 supplements. There's 2 complaints I'm going to make tomorrow. What's the other one, Uncle? God, are you keeping track? Am I forgetting all the complaints I need to make tomorrow? Okay, her video is Gaz Oakley quits being vegan, happy healthy vegan responds. Wow, that's a really boring title. Like, why can't I respond? You know, is it wrong for me to respond to a guy like making up a bullshit? Does she agree that B12 factories stand on once forested land and that's why veganism sucks or something? Does she grow all her own food like Gaz? What does that see on VD is insane. Wasn't she making hate videos on her death? But yeah, I made a response video. I heard she was in the hospital and she claimed that she was in a place with a blood clot where she might die. We'll take her at her word. I'm not denying it. It just seems so extreme, but it's totally possible. It happens to people all the time. But the point was, instead of like reflecting on her life, and she was bagging on vegans. She was still in a hospital, potentially going to die from a blood clot, and she was complaining about vegans and stuff. Like, you know, it just shows you we live totally rent-free in her head. She has a condition. Somehow veganism is totally her obsession. Even on death's door, she's thinking about vegans. I can tell you when I'm on death's door, I'm not gonna be thinking about Paul Saladino or something like that. You know, not gonna be thinking about her for sure. L1VV, your boyfriend had a heart attack in his late 30s. He went vegan at 42 and is the healthiest he's ever been. Awesome. I'm sorry he had a heart attack, but that's awesome. He's like healthier now that he's older. Who is VD? It's a anti-vegan YouTube person who has a history of making hateful videos attacking people's appearances like this. Like she'll pause a video on me. I'll say, hey, so yeah, did you see that video? She'll pause me for like a moment where I look like like that, and just leave it like that for like 10 minutes. Just leave it pause and make up all this bullshit about how I look because I'm vegan, you know. You just let the video play on. Another second, I look nice like this, you know. But she does like this. She likes to pick on fruitarians and stuff like that. But she'll pick on anyone who eats plants, no matter how healthy they are or unhealthy they are. She likes to pick on them because she's just a mean, hateful person. And her channel name, I do not want to repeat it, but the 2 letters. It's a 2-word channel name, and the first word begins with a V, the second word begins with a D, and I just like to call her VD because her content is toxic. It might as well be a venereal disease. I don't know if I've tried bulgur, but we've been getting into barley lately, Carmichael. Oh, Nikki Tofu Princess, I'm sorry I didn't get to talk to you too much, but have a nice weekend yourself. Thanks for being with us. That's funny, Carl. Maybe so when she gets to the pearly gates. Okay, you haven't watched the video about me yet, but time says it's 30 minutes long. Let me just tell you right now, Peter. Do not watch her video about me. Please do not, because when you click it, even if you're doing it out of curiosity, YouTube's going to say, oh, she got interaction. Someone clicked it. Cool. We'll serve it up to more people. So yeah, you're helping her channel. Yeah, I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to respond. I'm not going to respond to a 30-minute video about me responding to Gaz Oakley. It's just going to be a bunch of bullshit. So yeah, please don't give her channel any help or anything like that. I just wanted her to just go away. 30 minutes. 30 minutes of her not showing herself, of me being paused like this for 30 minutes. That's what you're going to see, me go for 30 minutes, and she's going to just complain about how I have no right to speak my mind in an evidence-based, rational way about Gaz Oakley and his no longer vegan stuff. I don't have a right to do that, because vegans are second-class citizens in people's minds like hers. We need to be quiet. We need to shut up. Like, a lot of them think, vegans are okay if they just would stay quiet. Like, no, why do we have to stay quiet? Why do we have fewer rights than meat eaters? Just because you don't like what we're saying, we piss you off with our ethics or something like that, and we make you feel bad about yourselves? No, we can say whatever we want, so I don't want to hear her complain about how I should shut up. And if you watch my video about Gaz, I'm not speaking badly of him. I'm not making any personal attacks or anything like that. I'm simply analyzing what he said, running it through a filter of evidence-based information and critical thinking, and that's it. And that's why I have that disclaimer at the beginning of my videos. VD can't handle it. I said, if you can't handle some critical thinking and evidence-based information, this video is not for you. Don't watch. And she doesn't read the disclaimers. I don't even know if she can read or anything. But anyway, so yeah, that's all I'm doing. But instead, she doesn't do that. She picks on people's appearances, says mean, hateful stuff. I never said one mean and hateful thing about Gaz. I just said I'll sell him some secondhand B12 if that'll help him out. Anyway, yeah, don't watch any VD stuff, please. And yeah, if I respond, of course she'll respond. So it'll be a response to my response, to her response. It'll just go on ad infinitum. And it really, not that this is a metric I use to determine if I'm going to make a video or not, but it's not going to get that many views if I respond to her. Most people don't give a shit about her. And if people give a shit about her, they don't give a shit about me. They like her. They're not going to watch my video. So it's just a waste of time all around. I'd rather write a new song. Uncle, what happens if you dislike a video? Well, you're still interacting with the video. You're engaging with the video. So whether you like a video, dislike a video, comment, or leave a hate comment or a positive comment, from what I understand, most social media companies, Uncle, treat that all kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Neutrally. It's engagement. Engagement is engagement. So yeah, don't engage with something unless you really like it, Yeah, total waste. So anyway, yeah, I forgot. I don't even know if it's 30 seconds. I thought it was less than that. But yeah, I think that's on like Spotify to count as a listen for music. I forgot what the minimum seconds are for YouTube. It could be the same. Seems like a reasonable amount of time. Let's see, a town in California permanently banned AI data centers. I want to say it's Mendo. Well, Mendo would be a horrible place. Probably not Mendo. If they passed it, it would just be like a token, like a bill, because there's really not the proper land and infrastructure and the town of Mendocino to have a data center. It's just too rocky, hilly, not enough, But anyway, I'm glad, yeah. Yeah, no one wants data center. And this is such a beautiful, pristine area. To put a data center somewhere like that would just be like totally effed up. What's that L1 VVV? You just post a video for the first time in 5 years? Yeah, late mod, I'm with you. Mendo and data center just doesn't track. It's just the wrong place. But like I said, they could have just passed a spiritual bill, just lending support to an anti-data center movement. And I totally would understand that. That's just kind of cool, But yeah, there's in all practicality, yeah, the town of Mendo in Northern California and data center is just not, it just will never work out. Yeah, it's a tiny bucolic historical coast town atop a bluff. It's rocky, and it's just not. I don't think they have a lot of electricity for that kind of thing. All right, Monterey Park. That makes sense. That's an area, suburban, almost urban area. Yeah, near like the east side of downtown Los Angeles. Yeah, and it's very residential. People don't want to live next to a stinking data center. So that's cool. I'm glad they blocked that. I don't know where the data centers will go look to next. Can we make this a 3-hour data stream this week? This would not be the week to do that for 2 reasons, Carmichael. One, my water is gone. Just polished it. And secondly, Angie's making that doenjing pasta recipe for us right now. So this would be bad. Gee, I think my camera is really crooked. Let me see if this... I think it's tilted too much. I was watching my last video. It looked like I'm like getting deformed from veganism. I'm all leaning sideways. I'm really seeing now my camera is kind of slanted. I'll try to fix that next week. See, I'm going to try to sit up straight and see if I look like I'm sitting slanted. Yeah, it looks like this shoulder is lower. This one's higher. And I don't think I'm like have a deformity like that. Just my camera's slanted. I'll try to fix that. Yeah, and a members only live stream for sure, AJ. Yeah, now that summer's here, got less distractions and all that stuff. I can see more creative work like that happening. Yeah, I think it looks fine technically, but I can see someone saying, look at video freeze the frame. Look at this shoulder is lower than that shoulder. He's deformed because he eats too many plants. I just need to fix it. But yeah, technically, aesthetically, it looks fine, but I just don't want to give those people any reason to like bag on my appearances and attribute it to veganism, rather than me not being able to properly align my camera horizontally with the ground. Anyway, see how we doing here? Speaking of 3-hour live streams, all right, 1 hour and 50 minutes, which means yeah, I'll be ending this soon. Oh, what's that, late mile? You'll be in Mendo next Friday. You're still not going to be home? This is like the longest trip I have ever remember you've been on. This is like your second, yeah, this is your second Friday watching this live stream away from your normal home. And next, I thought you were going back on Sunday to home, but now you're going to be in Mendo again next Friday. Well, at least you'll be in a place you love. So that's cool. That's better than going back home, right? Going to Mendo this time of year. Yeah, this is a marathon for you. Well, I hope you're cool. Now everyone's seeing my weird shoulder now, right? See, I got to fix my camera. I'm finally seeing it for the first time how crooked my camera is right now. I promise you, I don't think I have a droopy shoulder. I'm just sitting kind of crooked because of my camera. I will fix it. You're extending your trip. Well, good for you if that's what you want to do. I would sure be homesick by now myself. What's that, Peter? Give us some political Canadian news here. Premier of Manitoba decided to ban a data center in his province because he says it wasn't worth it for the environmental destruction based on the amount of jobs it would create. Yeah, not worth it. You can't unsee it now, right? See, this is the things like my little video editor eye has been noticing, and I've just been too lazy to fix it. So at least now I can see the tilt of the camera. I see which way I need to course correct the tilt of the camera, so it shouldn't be that hard. Just don't want to do it right now. It involves a little work, but I will get it because I don't want to look deformed or anything. Oh, Carl, yeah, I forgot you're fasting over at in Santa Rosa. Dr. Clapper, what's the name of the place? True North. Cool. So how long? You'll be home next Friday. How's it going for you so far, Carl? Let's give us a quick update before we end this live stream. I assume it's going great. Yeah, I mean, you're in I tell you, the best hands. If you're doing a fast, especially an extended one, yeah, medically supervised is the way to do it, and you couldn't be at a better place. A place that has the proper personnel, the facilities, the experience, the knowledge. You're doing it right. What's that, Stephanie? Yeah, they're thinking of building a data center here north of Colorado Springs. Damn. Oh, well, do what you can to fight it. I know it's going to be tough, when you have all these billionaires trying to push these through. My shoulder is looking a little droopy, bud. Eat meat much? Thanks, Wicked Agenda. Navi, can you block me? If you want to block me, you can. No one's stopping you. It's a free country. You can block whoever you want. Oh, Dr. Clapper left True North. He's in your city now, Peter, in Vancouver, at another clinic. Or Vancouver, you're in Victoria. He's in Victoria, Canada now. Wow. Okay, AJ, I didn't see that. AOC just showed Congress how brown and filthy the water is near data centers. Gross. Hopefully, Congress will care about their people, their constituents, rather than the rights of billionaires. We'll see. Okay, you're on day 9 out of 10 at your fast. Not easy, but they say you're doing fine. This will be followed by 5 days of gradual refeeding. Yeah, it's the way to do it. Awesome. I've never done fast, but I know that's the proper technique. So good for you. Hopefully it's all going as good as they say. It sounds like it is. Good for you. Awesome. Hey, Country Fried Vegan. Hey, we're going to be ending this really soon. I am new technology. You're for new technology, but not the expense of the environment. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And especially not at the expense of like people who live near these things should have a say in it. You shouldn't just be able to do like Musk is doing in is it Memphis or Nashville, just setting up all these like portable like gas petroleum burning energy things to power his grok and stuff like that. The man who was all about Tesla, clean energy, it's going to revolutionize the world, make it green and everything, now just burning fossil fuels for AI. People should have a say in that. Billionaires shouldn't just be able to do what the hell they want. People that live right there should be represented and heard. Billionaires shouldn't be able to steamroll their way through. Call me a lefty what you want. I just anti-billionaire, I guess. I'm not a billionaire activist. I'm not supporting the rights of these poor little billionaires trying to make their way in the world. No, just they shouldn't be able to do whatever the hell they want. We have to live in this world too. We have to live in these neighborhoods too. Oh yeah, Carmichael is just trolling. He's Wicked Agenda. So yeah, you don't ban him. He's just trying to mess around. Sometimes he feels bad that the quality of trolls that I've been getting, that we've been getting, has been so consistently bad for so long. He's trying to up the game for trolls here to give me a better troll experience. So I tip my hat to you for that, Carmichael. Thank you, but no need to do that or anything like that. Yeah, I've heard that data centers emit loud noises too, I guess from all the electricity or something like that. So there's so many reasons why data centers aren't compatible with like being in environments that are in close proximity to people. No one wants to live next to a loud, polluting data center. I'm sure the billionaires don't. Yeah, I want to point out, Carl, yeah, I'm a righty, but I agree with you, Ryan. AI is a disaster. The way that data center AI is going, you can run AI locally, like on a efficient, like, like Apple Silicon chip or, an ARM chip, like NVIDIA just released an ARM-based Snapdragon or Qualcomm Snapdragon AI computer, 120 gigs RAM. Those are way more efficient, but these data centers are the worst beasts. Running these insane NVIDIA server cards that cost like 10 or 100,000 bucks, just sucking up energy. They're not designed with energy efficiency in mind at all. They're just designed to suck up as much electricity to crunch numbers and this unimaginable parallel processing as quickly as possible. And electricity and environmental consequences be damned. It's not even part of the design. But anyway, yeah. What's kind of if there's any good about this whole data center thing, is that a lot of people are realizing we're not depending on these giant corporations to have their data center based AI. You can start running it locally. You're going to see more and more of that coming out over the next few years. It's already happening right now. A lot of people caught on with that. If you heard about all these like tech bros getting excited about something called OpenClaw a few months ago, running agents typically on local setups, so you don't have to pay like OpenAI like $500 a month for your token usage. But yeah, locals will become a way more popular thing. It's going to hopefully make this whole my point is that hopefully it's going to make this whole data center problem go away, because they're not going to be profitable anymore if people are running AI on their phones or laptops or desktops or iPads or whatever, and not needing to pay Sam Altman and Musk and Anthropic all this money, they're not going to need these data centers anymore. So we'll see how it happens. We will see what goes on. Well, so yeah, VD already has 2,000 views on her shit response video. Thanks for sharing that, Peter. I can't believe she still has an audience. Wow. Anyway, guys, it's time, man. It's at least right now as I'm uttering these words, 7:58 p.m. It's delayed 20 seconds. It'll probably be 7:59 p.m. by the time you see this. So let's call this a night, guys. So yeah, next week, I'm not sure what video I will make. So Peter, send me some ideas. You probably sent me some already. Again, I'm not going to respond to VD. It's just pointless, and it just makes me gross to think about her and the crap she says, you know. I'm sure she's a nice person or whatever. I'm not bagging on her person, but the shit she says is so toxic. I can't handle it. It just makes me feel sick and icky, and I'd rather not have that toxicity filling up my mind for 2 days. So anyway, guys, thanks for being here with me on another Friday live stream. Another one is in the can. Great to see you all. So hopefully you'll see another response vid next week and a Friday live stream. If I don't do a response vid next week, that means I'm going to do a midweek live stream. So we'll see what happens. I'm just trying to be a little different this year. My whole exercise routine's different. My YouTube's a little bit different. So we'll see. Just having some fun with life. Not fun, but just fun in not doing the same thing all the time, just mixing things up, because that's what life is. You know, Buddhism's taught me, if anything, life isn't permanent. Trying to make things the same all the time, it's just not reality. Reality is different than that, so it's always kind of changing. So guys, thanks so much for being here with me, my fellow vegan and vegan curious people. Thank you, Peter and Uncle, for your fearless moderating tonight. We had that one dude, he wasn't that bad, but thanks for timing him out. And thanks for the super chat tips from Peter, Late Model, and AJ, and Oversize Bolt. Thank you so much, guys, for all your support, and I will probably use it this weekend on a coffee or some kind of little lunch or something with my talented and gorgeous life partner and wife, Angie. And so thanks for creating a little nice moment for us to enjoy amongst our busy and chaotic week. So hope you guys all have a good weekend, and yeah, stay cool, stay chill, and I will see you guys really soon with a brand new live stream and video. So until next time, remember, guys, it doesn't suck being vegan. And let's see if my iPad is still connected. All right, bye, guys.